Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the recorder's on and the lights are on. I'm going to take my seat. We'll see what we can stir up this evening. As I say, I am totally and completely exhausted today. This week has been very, very long. It's finals time at Del Mar College. I've got a whole bunch of students. I've taken 2 overload classes and to get people through. I've got some great students this semester as usual. But let me just start the program with the following. Mr. Jack Gordy, who's my vice president of the Corpus Christi Taxpayers Association, I'm the president, has been fighting for over 2 years now to get the palm trees out of the sidewalks over there at Gulfway Shopping Center between McArdle, SPID, on Airlane. Okay? Now, it's been an uphill battle, folks. The city has done everything in the world to convince all interested parties that we can't afford to tear down 3 or 4 or 5 palm trees that are pushing the cables up for your telephone over there, your cable TV, and a whole bunch of other things over there, and so forth and so on. But the main thing is the people that are disabled under the American Disabilities Act, which is under Department of Justice, the city's point of view is they don't have enough money to tear the trees down. Okay, now that's horse feathers, folks, because the owners of Gulfway Shopping Center indicated that they would go ahead to one of the city council members and have those trees cut down. And then the city says, oh no, then we'll have to go and repave that entire sidewalk from SPID all the way to McArdle. Folks, that's not true. Okay? So what we've got is, I hate to use the term lies, but that's exactly what this city's doing in this case. Now, I've got letters and notes. I've attended meetings over there, dispute resolution and so forth and so on with Mr. Gordy and the city. And the city just won't do anything about it. They don't give a damn. I'm just going to say it flat out. They don't give a damn about anyone that's disabled in this town. They say, oh, well, there are other routes you can do. You can go up in the parking lot of Gulfway Shopping Center. Folks, that's a little uphill climb there if you're in a wheelchair and you don't have a motor on it, or if you're hobbling along on crutches and so forth. And that's got to be one of the most dangerous spots in Corpus Christi, Texas. I mean, it's it's a madhouse in that parking lot, folks. You know, I don't even go over that shopping center because of all the traffic and stuff. You get hit and so forth and so on. It's incredible. Okay, so I'm sorry, shopping center owner, but you got a real mess on your hands over there, and it's bad enough to see around those damn palm trees when you're coming out of the parking lot trying to get back on Airlane. Go over there and try it, ladies and gentlemen. And then expect, go put yourself in a wheelchair and just go try to get up and down that sidewalk and up that little incline into that parking lot and down and then cross McArdle and or SPID so you can go catch the bus on the other side by the mall. I mean, seriously, folks, it's an abomination over there. And I'm so sick and tired of the city attorney lying to people. I could just scream. I really can. The guy can't read, number one, and I think he's out of his friggin' mind when he goes and spouts all this crap off. Now, Mr. Gordy's gone to Department of Justice, the Civil Rights Division, okay, and Director of Intake Unit, Disability Rights, Carmen Romero, okay, after he's complained. They actually did send notice down, and they sent an attorney out of San Antonio, I think it was, or maybe he's out of San Marcos, and they had a resolution down there. They had a dispute resolution meeting and so forth and so on, which nothing came to fruition with that. Okay, the city council and through the city attorney lied their butts off over there on that one. I attended the whole thing, and I was horrified. Now, because, I can't imagine being confined to a wheelchair and can't get around over there. I mean, it's heartless is what that whole city is, okay? They're absolutely, totally heartless when it comes to any person with a disability. And, they can't get the sidewalks around here. Nothing's to the ADA compliance around here and other things. But anyway, after all is said and done, then Mr. Gordy finally got a letter back from the Department of Justice, and like I say, the Disability Rights section, signed by Carmen Romero. Okay? And this is what it said, and I just want to read this. It's worth the time to show you how despicable the federal government is when it comes to people with disabilities and the city of Corpus Christi. I mean, it's absolutely, totally want to make you throw up, folks. Okay? All right, dear Mr. Gordy, this is in response to the complaint that you filed with this office alleging a possible violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. After carefully reviewing the information that you provided, we have decided not to take any further action on your complaint. Now, they did, like I say, hire a lawyer down there for a little hearing. Unfortunately, because the section receives thousands of ADA complaints each year, we do not have the resources to resolve all of them. Now, I can't imagine that anything would be bigger than an entire city with 300,000 plus citizens. If the government can't do this. So why don't we fire the government and put some people in there that can get it done? Taxpayers, you need to really, start switching things around. It is important to note that the Justice Department has made no determination regarding the merits of your complaint or whether it could be redressed under the ADA or another statute. Moreover, our decision not to take further action does not affect your right to pursue your complaint in another manner. You may wish to contact an attorney or legal service provider to determine what remedies may be available. Now, why in the world would a citizen have to go and hire an attorney to take care of government business? I mean, don't we pay enough damn taxes in this world? You mean the Department of Justice through ADA can't take care of the people here with disabilities? I mean, if I go out and don't comply with things and get in trouble with ADA, they're going to come down here and skin me sideways. So what in the hell's the matter with the government when they're refusing to do anything about it to all these disabled veterans around here and disabled individuals and so forth in Corpus Christi, Texas? They're thumbing your nose at you out there, taxpayers. Do you have any compassion? I hope you've got more than the city attorney does and the mayor. And thank goodness she's gone. Okay, she sits there, fat, dumb, and happy with that look on her face, and she'll go and make another ribbon cutting over there at an old folks' home or something. It's just incredible. You people make me sick. In addition, a number of other options are available to you, including consulting state or local authorities or disability rights group. Okay, now they sent and here it is. Enclosed is a list of such organizations serving your area. Well, none of them were in Corpus Christi, Texas. So, I mean, what in the hell is this from your government? How many billions of dollars do we pay in taxes every year to get this kind of treatment from the Department of Justice? There is no justice at the Department of Justice, is what I'm going to say. Okay? These listings come from various sources, and our office cannot guarantee that the listings are current and accurate. Well, you can't guarantee anything. I don't even know how you figure out how to blow your noses up there. You can't do anything. Okay? You sit there fat, dumb, and happy on the government tit and making a big salary, and you can't do anything. You can't. I mean, it doesn't matter to you. I mean, what the hell's the matter with you people? We suggest that if you contact any of these organizations, you let them know that you have received this letter from us so that they will not forward your complaint to our office. Well, I'm going to ask all you people out there to file a complaint through this office. I'm going to give you the address and so forth in just a minute. Okay? The text of the ADA, the Department's regulations, and many technical assistant publications are provided on our ADA homepage, so-and-so and so-and-so. If you have specific questions about Title II or III of the ADA or want copies of technical assistant publications sent to you, you may call the ADA information line at 1-800-514-0301 voice or 1-800-514-0383 TTY, whatever that means. Okay, we regret that we are unable to further assist you in this matter. Yeah, you really regret it? Okay, you're telling the guy he doesn't have a case, you're not going to do anything about it, go stuff it in his left ear and forget it. Okay, and all Mr. Gordy's trying to do, along with the Taxpayers Association, when we harp about this, is to get some type of justice out of the Department of Justice for people with disabilities. I mean, what the hell is that all about? Okay? I mean, seriously. And if I go over there and interfere with somebody with a disability at Del Mar College, they're going to throw my ass in jail. I'm going to be sued. I'm going to be fired. So, I mean, you know, what is this all about? Now, the city has said that they had a waiver from the Department of Justice, ADA compliance, back when they first instilled that prior to 1993. Okay? Now, according to Christian, okay, that's her name. I want everybody to write this number down and call up there and find out what in the good world in Christ is going on. Okay? This is Christian at 1-800-514-0301. Now, she has told Mr. Gordy on the telephone that anybody can call her and she will testify that the palm tree should have been removed back in 1993. I forget the exact date. That was 30 months after ADA compliance went into effect. The city has been in non-compliance since 1993, ladies and gentlemen. How does that make you feel? Now, if you are a disabled individual and you want more information from me about this, I'll be more than happy to help you. I help disabled people all the time. I'm well known around town from doing that. I drive people around to meetings and so forth and so on, and I'm happy to do it. I mean, I was a military brat. I've seen a lot of military disabled folks coming back with body parts missing and burned up and everything else under the sun, and they're supposed to put up with this garbage from the city of Corpus Christi, Texas, and your Department of Justice? Okay, so it's U.S. Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division, Disability Rights Section, NYA, 950 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20530. And if you'd like to email me at sansing@gmail, I'll be glad to send you this. And I'll send you Kristen's number. I'll give it to you again. It's 1-800-514-0301. And she has indicated to Mr. Gordy that all of the city council members can call her, and she'll tell them they've been out of compliance since 1993. So how much of a fine is that going to be over the years, folks? That's going to be the next step. I'm not letting this one go, and neither is Mr. Gordy. And if you think Mr. Gordy's going to roll over and take this letter, you know, I mean, I've got a hot flash for you. People just don't know that man. Okay, so that's the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, another thing I want to convey to you is I am very, very pleased that we have made some changes in the City Council and at Del Mar College Regents. Okay, I'm thrilled that we now have a bona fide, certified person who doesn't have to bend the truth about having a certified public accountancy designation in the form of one Mr. Ed Bennett. Okay, so congratulations, Ed. You and I went back to Del Mar College almost a little over a year ago. I think we went to the August 2015 Board of Regents meetings and the following October meeting in 2015, or September. Okay. Now, we pointed out that it was not in the best interest of taxpayers, and it's probably illegal for Del Mar College to consistently come up and wind up with surplus monies every year. That's taxpayers' money. My understanding is from CPA Bennett that you need to just about balance it out. I think there's a certain amount of money that they have to have overage to put into a contingency fund, but not anywhere from $5 to $12 million per year. And that was a year ago. Now, I looked up the statements of revenues, expenses, and changes in net position for Del Mar College I think this ended at the end of August of this year. Okay, and here we go again. An increase in net position, which is actually a net income, which you're not supposed to be making money as a taxpayer entity, folks, of $9,093,675. So one more time, we've got a net income. Now that's your taxpayer money out there, folks. Okay? So that's what Del Mar College is doing to you. And it's right here in their own handwriting in black and white. All you got to do is go online and know where to pull it up. So I did that. So here we go again. We've got another boondoggle here. Where so can you find folks for just a little over $9 million one more time. Now the crime is they don't give raises worth a damn over there at Del Mar College. They won't get the grounds fixed. I've filmed that over there. They won't go over there and spread any water out. We've got a $9 million overage, surplus funds, and we can't afford to water bushes, and they're dead as a hammer over there. We've got a lousy landscaping company that comes in there, and they're at the mercy, I guess, of it can't be a real hard job. For $14,000 a month is what they charge over there to cut the grass, and they don't do anything else. If they cut limbs out of the way, they're poking the eyes out on students and pedestrians over there, and they do. You go over in front of the Garcia Science Building. There's some oak trees over there that you can't have to walk around because the branches are so low that you get poked in the eye with those little pieces, the end of the branches. It's unbelievable. And they won't, they can't get the caliche pit up over there. I've filmed it time and time again. They won't pick up palm fronds out there in the little courtyard. And the place looks like hell. So thank you, Del Mar College administration. As bloated as that is, we've got more damn people on the administration of Del Mar College than we've got any faculty members over there. It's unbelievable. So anyway, I know I'm on a rip and a tear, but I'm just, I'm a little bit perturbed with all this stuff. $9 million surplus. Are you going to go out and buy another, 94, 97 acres, whatever, 96 acres over there for another $7 million and pay $69,000 an acre for it, and then go out there and lie about what you're going to do with, that South Campus out there? That's another big boondoggle. I'm not going to forget that one. Here it is. It's Del Mar Works. This was an ad that was sent out to all you fine folks throughout throughout Corpus Christi, Texas, and we looked up and found out who supported these things, and it's all the contractors, building contractors, architects, and building engineers in town. Who's gonna benefit with that initial $139 million? They had $156 or $7 million before that. The buildings have not been built, and all I see is tens of thousands of dollars a month paid to architects and engineers to design buildings that they haven't even started construction on in 2 years. There hadn't been a single spade of dirt turned over there in 2 years to build that stuff that they're going to build. Now, if we're going to build new buildings and classrooms and offices on East Campus and West Campus, what the hell do we need the South Campus for? Okay, we can't afford what we've got. We can't maintain what we've got. We can't even water the plants and keep them green. And, the whole thing is a disaster over there, folks. So call the president, Dr. Mark Escamilla, and let him know how you feel about that. And say, what are you doing with that $9 million surplus? What have you done with the $60-some-odd million surpluses for 6 or 7 years before that? It hasn't gone to faculty salaries. And I want you to remember, folks, at Del Mar College, they have to hire, and they will hire, a master's degree person or expect one to come in as an instructor at Del Mar College. May or may not be on a tenure track position, but they've earned more starting salary, less starting salary than CCISDs with a bachelor's degree and a certificate in teaching. It's a fact. They can't deny it. Okay. So I'm just letting you know what's going on with that. Okay, now, for the next 9 minutes that I've got left, and since I've been on a little tirade about that, like I say, I'm beat, folks. I'm tired, and I'm not going to be pleasant about this whatsoever. I just want to be extremely blunt, okay? Because I am a little bit perturbed, if you know what that means. It makes me sick as a taxpayer. And not only that, as a faculty member at Del Mar College, when I have to walk through dead plants and so forth and so on over there and listen to students complain that this doesn't work and that doesn't work and so forth and so on. But we've got this bloated administration over there, and the students can't get a damn thing done when they go over there and ask questions. And I'm going to interview a couple of them here soon. So, Del Mar College Board of Regents members and the president and this bloated administration over here, get ready, folks. I'm coming with. I'm going to blow the whistle. Okay. All right. Now I have asked for something. This is another thing that bothers me. On November 11th, I submitted this request for public information. I've got it stamped in. The letter was written on the 11th. I've got it date stamped in over there on the 14th. And I said through my rights under the Texas Public Information Act, code so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. Number one, I am requesting the ability to review any and all billing records, in parentheses, invoices, and related hourly billing entries presented to Del Mar College by any attorney associated with the law firm of Graves, Daughtry, Heron, and Moody out of Austin, Texas, okay, between January 1, 2016 and the date of this letter. Okay? Now, what I get back with that is the following. This is from Tammy McDonald, Executive Director, Human Resources and Administration, and the College Public Information Act officer. Okay? The president doesn't take any responsibility for this anymore. Okay? Now, he is the keeper of the record over there officially, and I don't even think he even hears about this stuff. He can't. I mean, I thought that Dr. Escamilla had a conscience at one time. I have serious doubts. Okay, thank you for your Texas Public Information Act request received by the college November 14th, so forth. In response to your request, the college is seeking an Attorney General opinion for some of the responsive documents. On behalf of Del Mar College and under separate cover, you will be receiving a copy of a letter concerning the request from an AG, or for an Attorney General opinion. That's the Attorney General of the state of Texas. Okay, also, the college has assembled responsive documents pursuant to your Information Act request, which will be available for your review inspection on or after December 7th, as per a prior AG opinion. Some of the responsive documents have been redacted. Okay, there is no charge associated with providing information for your review. Now, I do remember at one time I submitted a Public Information Act request jointly with another person, another taxpayer at that time. He just happens now to be on the Board of Regents, and Del Mar College said it was going to cost us, more specifically him, $26.7 million to provide that information. Okay? Now, after a hassle and some tussles and so forth, you know how much it cost to get that information after we blew the whistle and brought all these people in? Zero. And those documents were the ones that we used to indicate that we had these excessive surplus funds every year for several years with no raises for anybody over there. We're broke. We can't afford a raise, ladies and gentlemen, all you people out there. Okay, then I get an email from a gentleman, and it says, a letter sent to the Del Mar College Board and interested parties, 13 November 2016. What is a contemporary library? Now, the bottom line is this. Let me read the first sentence. Now that the foolish bond issue passed, authorizing a new campus, is this what the Del Mar College Board has in mind for a multi-million-dollar development of the William F. White Library? No books. Okay? All right. Various librarians have hit up the philosophy section for years. Okay, that's the section in the library. Okay, it's now down to 1/2 its size from 5 years ago. The philosophy section gets hit up first because in the Library of Congress card catalog system it is referred to as A in the English alphabet. Now the bottom line is, with this contemporary library, we want to go to all electronics, folks. Now some of those volumes over there are not available in electronic format. Okay, they are very valuable resource books over there. I don't mind going into that library now that they've remediated the severe mold problem over there, which I had to blow the whistle on. Okay, and you know, now what they're going to do is they're going to throw all the books out. Okay, so go ahead and please write your, you know, call your regent and Dr. Mark Escamilla at 698-1203 and just give him a piece of your mind. Now I've got about 3 minutes left, and there's another thing I want to harp on here. Another big ripoff in this city is the red light cameras that we have out here. And I do know that there's a gentleman up in Houston and you know, Sugar Land and that area up there, and then Austin I think has banned those things because they're a major ripoff. And we do have the police chief here who says that that's a good source of money, although it costs us something like $250,000. And the company's bleeding everybody dry down here. And I can't see that it does a damn bit of good to have these red light cameras, except we've got a much higher rear end, you know, rate, because people are coming to a screeching halt when they see that light change so they don't get a ticket, and then people run into the back of them. It's called tailgaters. And Del Mar College has more tailgaters than Carter's got little liver pills. Okay, so since I like the international no symbol, this is copyrighted from the group up there out of Houston, Texas, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can adopt this. There is a lady here that's red hot after the city suing them for being illegal about these red light cameras. But I just want to show you this right quick before I have to go turn the camera off. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this one, I hope, if I can obtain. And it is copyrighted, folks, from the Houston group. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get permission to use that on the air and so forth and so on. So I've got a lot to talk about. I've got more, you know, people over here. I've got Vice President of Instruction Provost that lied about me when she said your email stating that you refused to have the student in your class this semester place the college at risk and expose the college to potential liability from discrimination and or retaliation. That was a young man, a veteran, that threatened me in a class last year. I told him I didn't want him in my class this year, okay? And then I get this, I asked through Public Information Act for all of the laws and so forth that would allow her to make a libelous statement like that against me, and they went for an Attorney General opinion on that one too, spending millions of dollars with Graves, Daughtry, etc. up there in Austin, Texas. Okay, so I'm going to get you their billings, and I've asked for their billings, and of course now that they say that it's a attorney-client privilege, and I can't get a bunch of that stuff. You're paying for it, folks, and as far as I'm concerned, that's absolute hogwash. So I'm going to turn this off, put the banner back up so you can go ahead and have my numbers to write me and so forth and so on. Be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the recorder's on and the lights are on. I'm going to take my seat. We'll see what we can stir up this evening. As I say, I am totally and completely exhausted today. This week has been very, very long. It's finals time at Del Mar College. I've got a whole bunch of students. I've taken 2 overload classes and to get people through. I've got some great students this semester as usual. But let me just start the program with the following. Mr. Jack Gordy, who's my vice president of the